Hello, everyone. My name is Joanne, and I am the Eclectic Stitcher. Welcome to my channel. This channel is a FossTube channel primarily about cross stitching. I will briefly talk about a new hobby I started. Not doing very good with that, but I will show you what I've done. But welcome. If you are new here, welcome. Hopefully you will see something that you like, and then you'll hit subscribe and maybe have some conversation with me below. If you're coming back, thank you for continuing to support me. Thank you for being here. And hopefully I'll be able to continue to provide content that you like to see. So today is Tuesday, March 12th. I am in Florida, and this week is spring break. Yay! I am very excited about spring break because for 15 years I worked with a company that didn't have these kind of breaks. If I wanted to take spring break off, I had to use my personal time. But now I work with a local college, and we're on a school schedule. So this is new to me. It's exciting. I love it. So I'm on spring break, and I'm looking forward to the many holidays and shorter weeks that I'll working at the local state college. So I'm here. It's been 2 weeks. The last time I was here, I think, was the weekend of the 16th or 17th. So it's been about a little over 2 weeks. Um, yeah, so it was time to record again. Lots of things have gone on in my personal life in the last couple of weeks. Really, in the last month, I haven't done a whole lot of stitching. I do want to show you my calendar because it's really sad. Um, so I started this year using this kind of calendar agenda type thing. And I like it because it's got the monthly calendar, where I can just kind of write some little things down, but it also has these daily columns where I can write a lot of things down. And so prior to my last video, I was very active. I was stitching. And then after that, it's like, oh, no stitching. There's the sad faces. And, oh, there's still not a lot of stitching going on. And then you jump into this last week, and there's really no stitching going on. So, what's going on? I will say I've been busy. Work has had me so busy trying to learn new things, and so by the time I get home, I don't want to do any stitching. But also my nephew, he's 6 years old. He plays baseball. And there's nothing more exciting than seeing a 6-year-old play baseball or any sports. But I like to watch baseball. So he has 2 games a weeknight. And so to support him, I've been going to his baseball games. And so by the time I get home, it's 8 o'clock, 8:30. I'm done. Like, there is no stitching coming from me. So it's just been kind of crazy. Just crazy. Life happens. I miss stitching. I'm hoping I don't want to lose my stitchy bug, but it's been kind of crazy the last month and a half since I started my new job. But it's all good. I'm here, and hopefully we'll, get things going. Because I don't have a lot of stitching, this is kind of going to be a short video, which I'm okay with that. But I'm going to show you what I have. I do have a couple of things for haul. So I was on 1-2-3 Stitch last week. I had to get some floss that I couldn't get at my local Michael's. And so while I was in there looking for floss, I saw this cute chart by Tiny Modernist called Spring Birdhouses. This is a chart that came out in 2019. And I just thought that was the cutest little chart. So I had to get it. Why not? So I got that. And then one of my favorite, I don't know why, I've talked about the Stitchy Princess. Katarina, I think is her first name. She is the Stitchy Princess, and I like to support her. She is in the Ukraine. It's really sad just kind of seeing her update. She is a designer. And so I've got a couple of charts from her. And this past weekend, I get a hey, for thank you type thing, there's 25% off for this. And hey, you want this one, it's 25% off. So I was able to get these two charts, which I really like. They're cute. This one's called Family, and it's got like a cherry. I think these are some cherries down here, and then up here you've got like the strawberry family. But I just thought those were cute little charts. So I purchased that, and I got this called Mushroom Meadow. And I don't know, I just thought that was really cute. When it comes to like mushrooms or owls or anything like that, I'm all for it. And so when I was in her Etsy shop, she does have an Etsy shop, I just thought, well, I'll get that just because it was really cute. It was 25% off, so I think for each of this was really less than $10. So, and that's pretty much it. That is my haul. Nothing there, just those two things. Just a couple of things about planning. So because my life has been kind of crazy the last month and a half since I started my job, for the month of March, I decided, you know what? I am not going to make any stitchy plans. I usually participate in acrostic challenges, and I'm in the Whip Warriors. Is that what it's called? Yes, not Whip Go, Whip Warriors. I'm in Whip Go too, but I'm in the Whip Warriors group, and I know that they're very strict about participating. You know what? I decided this month I don't care. Plain out simple. I just don't have time to really plan. And so this month is more of my, Joanne, we're just going to stitch on whatever, whenever. Sometimes I feel a lot of pressure when I plan because I feel like I'm only stuck to stitching what's on those sheets. And while it's okay, sometimes I just don't want to stitch what I have on those sheets. So I didn't really plan. I'm not participating in any acrostics. If Whip Warriors decide, hey, you're not keeping up with the group rules, that's okay. I'm not losing anything. I'm still going to stitch, but I'm going to stitch what I want when I want. And because I haven't done a lot of stitching, I know I haven't even met the numbers. So, but that's okay. And the thing too is this week on Saturday, I'm going to be going to Nashville for a business trip, and I'm going to be gone for 6 days. So, there's probably not going to be a whole lot of stitching done for those 6 days. So, I knew that this month was just not going to happen. So I don't have a lot of plans. I think I like the idea of not having any pressure to stitch. If I can just stitch whatever. I keep all my charts on a spreadsheet. When I joined Crafts and Books several months ago, one of my friends, Camille, she shared with me her spreadsheet where she keeps her inventory of her charts. And I have faithfully been using that spreadsheet, thank you, Camille, to keep track of my whips and keep tracks of my charts. So whenever I get a new chart, I add it to my spreadsheet. And so what I do is I number them and I randomize the numbers, and then I use the random generator to select a number from 1 to 44. I think I've got 44 whips going now. So if I want to work on a whip, I do 1 through 44, and whatever number that comes up, then that's the chart that I'm stitching. If I want to start a new one, then I do that as well. So that's pretty much what I've been doing. It's just kind of just picking something, and just starting from there. Okay, with all that said, let me show you some new starts. So I have 3 new starts that I want to show you. And actually, this is a restart. If you remember, last month or last video, I showed you this. and I realized that I had not cut the fabric to size. So rather than put too much thought into it, I just went ahead and I cut the fabric to size and then I restarted it. And so I've been able to stitch the top part of the trunk. I think what I'm going to do next is to kind of start here and work my way up. I don't know yet, but I put 577 stitches on this. I actually started this right after recording. I joined a Zoom group and I just started this and I was able to put in 577 stitching in just that one sitting. I am stitching this on an 18 count Ada by Swigart and the color is Silver Moon. And this is a club chart that Stephanie from Lindy Stitches is doing called Endangered Species. And so every other month for the next year, we'll be getting a new chart. So the next one should be coming out next month. So we'll see. I'm excited to see what she has coming up next. But I really like stitching on that. So that was a restart. A new start that I have is this. And this is Quaker Towels, the USA flag by Vivster's Cross Stitch Designs. They have a cross stitch or an Etsy shop. So I wanted to join in on the Quaker flag sale that's being hosted by Dee Dee's Quilting and Crafting on Facebook. The sale started January 26th. But one of the things that I decided to do was use this as my leap year start, which means that I will start it on the 29th and finish it by next leap year, which is 2028. Now, I will say, because my nephew has games on Tuesdays and Thursday, the 29th was a Thursday, and so by the time I got home, I didn't start it. So because of those other commitments, I started this on March 1st, which, you know what, it's okay. It's still in the leap year. I started a day late, but it's going to be my leap year start. And so that's where I'm at. I think I put in I usually put in at least 300 stitches. I didn't write it down. I don't know why. I'll have to go back and see. So there's my new start. I don't have any plans so I am doing the smaller flag. There is a wider flag, but that was too big. I mean, this one's 250 by 210. I thought this would be manageable. So I am doing the smaller flag, and when I counted, I think it's like 50 squares. So I thought, I can do a square a month, and that's not counting, I can do the square a month. Maybe some months, if I can do more. But getting 4 years to finish this, I think it will be great. There's a lot of motifs in there, a lot of little things, but it'll work. It'll work out just fine. So that's that. This next one I actually started, okay, to me a start is a start. If it's got 2 stitches in it, it's a start. Now for some people, they don't turn it into a whip until you have 200 stitches. But I wanted to start this, and I started this Sunday. Yes, Sunday. I started this Sunday. This is called Merry and Bright by Tiny Modernist. I purchased this from the Jingle Ball Retreat in 2023, last year. So this was a chart that she did for December. I didn't join the sale because to me, I'll start things, but I don't follow along. Every week for the month of December, she sent out a piece of this chart. And so I purchased it. I thought it was a cute chart. It's very vintagey. I'm not a Christmas type person. I'm not really a seasonal person. I do have some Christmas charts that I think are pretty. And so, I'll stitch it, But I kitted this up in February. My thing was, one of the things that I had on my plans was to maybe stitch Christmas like on the 25th of each month or the 3rd week of each month. Well, that hasn't really worked out. Because again, I'm just stitching, I'm following up with these acrostics, but hopefully now I can get into some kind of stitching rotation. I also talked in my last video about maybe doing themed days, like Star Spangled Saturday or something like that I was talking about. But I haven't really done that. Like I said, it's just been kind of crazy, just kind of doing things on the fly. But anyways, but I am stitching that. I started it, like I said, not a whole lot, but it's a start. Now this next one, oh, and in case you wanted to know, this is on an 18 count Ada by Fiddler's Cloth, and it's just oatmeal, color oatmeal, and I'm just using DMC colors on that. This next one, it's one of my whips, and I've been stitching on this for a little while, since June of last year. It's a small chart, but you know what? I stitch on it when I can. This is Quaker Turtle. What I did is I think I put a little, yeah. So that arrow, so I worked on the back of the turtle. I did stitch the tail, but after I stitched the tail, because what I did is I had that color and I just kept going and I stitched the tail, and then I'm looking at the chart and I'm like, that turtle's tail is not blue, it's green. So I stitched the tail, realized that, so I had to frog it out, but I haven't gone back to do it. So I do have to finish the tail, and then I'll move to the front of the turtle and kind of finish that, and it'll be done. But I did put in about 220 stitches on this when I last stitched on it. And that's it. And this is on a 14 count Ada by Charles Craft. It is printed. It's a printed fabric. It's like bluish or greenish. I don't know that you can, it's more blue than green, but there is some greenish in there. So that's Quaker Turtle. My next whip is Wizard of Oz. And I really like stitching on this. This was a new release from Nashville 2022 Needle Market. I just saw it. I wanted it. I purchased it. I remembered as a kid watching the movie Wizard of Oz, and I really liked it. So I worked on this area here. I don't know if I stitched the dog or if I just stitched this stuff here, but I worked in this area here. I will tell you, those leaves, I hate them. I'm just going to be straight up. I hate stitching on those leaves. Laura, Stitching by the Shore, she's also stitching on this, although I think she's almost done with hers, but she's also talked, I saw her on a Zoom group the other day, and she was talking about those leaves because they are difficult. I mean, there's two-tone colors on those leaves, and they're just, keeping up with those stitches is really hard because it looks very confetti, but it's just, I don't like the leaves. And I even thought about not putting the leaves on there, but it is part of the chart, so I'm not going to take that off. But I really like that. I like the colors on that. I am using anchor floss for this. So Tiny Modernist does a lot of DMC or anchor options. So I am using the anchor floss, and this is a 14 count Ada color blue. And then my last whip, I've also been working on this for a little while. And I originally started this to make it a gift for a friend. And it's taken me a couple of years to get it done. So I'm hoping that this year, this one is on my year whips. So I may have to stand back here. If you know Melanie Watkins, she is the Soulful Stitcher, and she does what's called year whips, which basically you have to select a minimum of 8 whips. And the idea is to finish half of those before the end of the year. So with 8 whips, I have to finish at least 4. Well, I think I selected 10 whips. So I have 10 whips on my sheet, which some of those I'll finish. The turtle's also on that list, and so is this one. And this one came out also at the Nashville Market in 22. It's called Hive Rules by Primrose Cottage. I don't know if you can see that. My lighting is kind of crazy. But that's Hive Rules. And it's a long one. But I worked on this. I finished the word believe and I started this down here. So that's where I am. But I really like this. This is really pretty. This is really easy to stitch on. The chart is great. I really like this one. So when I finish it, I don't know, I thought that it would be good to do a frame, but I don't know that I'll be able to do a frame. And then I thought maybe I can just do it like a belt pull, just put a string on the top, and I don't know. I'm probably going to take it to my um, L&S Crafty Framers and then show Peggy and say, okay, Peggy, what can you do with this? They do framing, but I know she does some other finishes. So I want to finish that. I don't have a whole lot to go. If you look at the chart, I'm right here where it says believe. I mean, I've only got this little piece left. So not a whole lot. I really like stitching on that. So, and I'll probably stitch on that some today or this week. Um, so that's it. I have the 2 starts, a 3 start. As far as plans, like I said, I stitch on whatever. I am going to Nashville from the 16th to the 21st. Am I going to stitch? I don't know. I am going to take a couple of small pieces with me, maybe some ATCs, which is the artist trading card. If you don't know about ATCs, Laura, Stitching by the Shore, she does exchanges of these ATCs. And so I've got about 12 or 13 started. So I may take a couple of those with me to stitch on the plane. I may take 1 or 2 regular size ones to maybe stitch in my hotel room. I don't know. I've been to Tennessee, but it was probably like 25 years ago. I was just a teenager. So now as an adult, I'm like, I just want to get out. But it's supposed to be cold. I was looking at the weather. Now, I'm a Florida girl. I've never seen snow. I don't know what cold is. So the weather that I was seeing was like during the day, it's like in the 50s and 60s. Okay, that's cold. That is cold for me. And then at night, it's going to be like in the 30s. And I'm like, holy cow. Like I text my mom last night. I'm like, do you have a coat? Do you have gloves? Because I don't know that I'm going to survive in this cold weather. I says, if anything, I'm going to have to just stay in my hotel room and not go anywhere. But I want to enjoy the life of Nashville. I want to go out. It's me and 4 other employees or coworkers that are going with me. So, the ladies may want to go out and do things. But I don't know. We'll see. But I am looking forward to that trip. But I don't want to leave stitching behind. I do want to take some stitching with me because if it's too cold to go anywhere, I will stay in my room and stitch. But so that's it, you guys. Like I said, look, we're at 24 minutes. That is the shortest video I think I've done. I like it. Quick and easy. You can move on and go watch other videos. I am behind on FossTube, so I apologize. I try to comment on some of my FossTube friends on their videos, and I just haven't been very good about that. I am watching you, Addie, Beth, Steadfast Stitcher, the Hibernation Stitcher. You guys, I'm watching you guys, I promise. Shalene, Creative Room. These are the ladies that I Zoom with, although I'm so sorry I haven't been on Zoom in a while. But it's been a crazy world for me. But I am watching FossTube, watching a lot of FossTube, but not enough because I'm getting behind. So I'll get caught up. I'll let you get caught up. Don't let me get you behind on that. Stitch what you love. Please be safe. Be kind to one another. And just keep on stitching. And if you have any good words of encouragement, prayers, whatever, just send them my way because I need them, you guys. I need them. So thank you for watching and have a great week. And hopefully I'll be back in a couple of weeks. Bye.